Right now, you're watching factory workers manufacture Toyota's 2.4 and 2.5-liter four-cylinder engines. These engines are entirely made in the United States and are renowned for their reliability. When running at full capacity, the plant produces a transmission every 25 seconds and a four-cylinder engine every 30 seconds, among the quickest production speeds Toyota achieves worldwide. This assembly line worker's name is Scott. On the main assembly line at Toyota Motor Manufacturing, West Virginia, employees earn an average of approximately $25 an hour. Here inside Toyota Motor Manufacturing, West Virginia, 2,070 employees are working on engines and transmissions. These engines are widely considered reliable in everyday use, often lasting 200,000 plus miles with good maintenance. Many owners report long service lives in vehicles like the Toyota RAV4 and Camry. This is only Toyota plant in North America that builds both engines and transmissions under one roof. The plant was the first Toyota facility outside Japan to produce 10 million powertrain units. Some earlier versions, especially older 2.5 designs, had oil consumption, misfires, or cooling system complaints depending on model year. This is also the only Toyota facility in North America that produces hybrid transaxles, a crucial part for hybrid models like the Sienna and Highlander. Inside this West Virginia factory, employees must follow strict safety dress codes and policies. Toyota manufacturing plants in the U.S. are not currently unionized by the UAW. Toyota historically has not had UAW representation at most of its U.S. factories, and workers at Toyota facilities are generally non-union employees. In the process you're viewing now, factory workers and robots operate in close coordination. Programmable robotic arms move and install smaller components, while workers are responsible for final assembly and enclosing the engine. There's no broad current recall specifically targeting the 2.5-liter engines for catastrophic failure in the U.S. Most recent major recalls have involved other engines. Right now, you're watching a senior quality control technician inspect the finished engines using a standardized checklist. Once approved, the engines are transported to the main warehouse by forklift. The 2.4-liter turbo engine powers the Camry, Toyota RAV4, and Lexus NX. The 2.5-liter gasoline engine is used in the Camry, RAV4, Corolla, Corolla Cross, Lexus ES, and Lexus NX. From the control center, operators oversee the entire factory and monitor the full manufacturing process. The manufacturing process of each engine is, above all, a logistical challenge. Every component must be in the right place at a precisely scheduled time. The supply chain is critical to keeping this massive operation running smoothly. Each workstation consists of several workers working together as a coordinated team. Every station has a supervisor responsible for quality. Inside this Toyota factory, women have historically made up a significant minority of the workforce, around 30% of manufacturing employees. Toyota also highlights women in leadership and skilled roles at its West Virginia facility, including team members recognized for excellence in manufacturing. Last year, Toyota, including Lexus, sold about 2.3 million vehicles in the United States. That ranked near the top of the market, just behind General Motors and roughly on par with Ford. This Toyota engine contains roughly 2,000 to 2,500 parts, if you include every bolt, washer, and sensor. If you count only the main mechanical components, the total is closer to 500 to 800 parts. Toyota's largest manufacturing facility in the world stands here, a massive operation capable of producing up to 490,000 vehicles and more than 600,000 engines every year. Inside this factory complex, skilled teams assemble some of Toyota's most important models, including the Toyota Camry, Toyota RAV4, Lexus ES, while engines are manufactured alongside vehicle production. Notably, the Toyota Camry, the best-selling passenger car in the United States, is built right here in Georgetown, Kentucky. On the factory floor, employees typically wear Toyota-branded shirts, safety glasses, and caps, ensuring both safety and team identity as they work side by side with advanced machinery. Compensation reflects the range of skills required, with average hourly wages running from about $20 per hour for production workers to roughly $38 per hour for specialized tool and die technicians. At Toyota's Georgetown, Kentucky plant, one of the largest automotive manufacturing facilities in the world, highly efficient mass production focuses on high-volume passenger vehicles like the Camry. Built in the hundreds of thousands each year, the Camry represents precision, consistency, and streamlined assembly designed for scale. Now let's compare two very different sides of Toyota manufacturing: the production of the Toyota Camry in Kentucky and the Toyota Sequoia in Texas. In contrast, at Toyota Motor Manufacturing Texas in San Antonio, production centers around larger, more specialized vehicles, including the full-size Toyota Sequoia. This SUV demands different engineering, heavier components, and unique assembly processes suited for truck-based platforms. Here, you're watching the installation of the Sequoia's large, heavy wheels, handled using overhead lifting equipment. A crane assists employees, allowing them to mount all four wheels quickly, safely, and with precision, something not typically required for smaller passenger vehicles. The all-new Toyota Sequoia delivers legendary power with a striking design, luxurious comfort, and balanced performance. The joining of the vehicle body and chassis is known as the marriage stage. At this point on the assembly line, the process is fully automated, with precision equipment bringing the two major structures together quickly and accurately. Powered by Toyota's advanced iForce Max hybrid powertrain, the Sequoia delivers an impressive 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque, ensuring performance is never compromised. By combining hybrid efficiency with serious capability, it offers strong towing and acceleration while reducing fuel consumption and emissions compared to traditional V8 setups. The Sequoia marks a manufacturing milestone in Texas. Its production involves over 3,800 Toyota employees and about 5,400 supplier workers, driving regional industry and innovation. This latest Sequoia doesn't just impress in style, it delivers serious capability with a maximum towing capacity of up to 9,000 pounds, nearly 22% more than the previous generation, making it a true powerhouse on the road and the trail. The Toyota Sequoia is available in 5 distinctive trims: SR5, Limited, Platinum, TRD Pro, and the all-new Capstone Luxury Edition, offering a model for nearly every lifestyle and preference. This is the main assembly line in Texas, where the latest Toyota Tundra is taking shape in its final assembly stage. Every bolt, panel, and component is carefully put together to create a truck built for both rugged performance and everyday. After more than a decade on the market, the Tundra commands about 17% of the full-size half-ton pickup segment, proving its staying power in a highly competitive market. Last year alone, over 130,000 Tundras were sold in the United States and more than 13,000 in Canada, underscoring its popularity across North America. At this Texas plant near San Antonio, over 200,000 Tundra trucks are produced annually, making it one of Toyota's most important manufacturing hubs. When the plant was designed, Toyota strategically invited 21 key Tundra suppliers to establish facilities on-site, ensuring seamless logistics and faster production cycles, a unique approach that keeps the supply chain close and efficient. The Tundra is a truly North American-built truck, with 75% of its parts sourced from the continent. Every engine and transmission is made in the United States, reinforcing the Tundra's identity as a homegrown powerhouse that blends Toyota reliability with American toughness. The third-generation Tundra is available in 7 trim levels, 6 of which are carried over from the previous generation. The 4-wheel drive system comes standard on the TRD and Capstone trims, delivering maximum traction and capability for off-road adventures and demanding conditions. However, a 2-door regular cab model is not offered, focusing the Tundra lineup on versatility and modern utility. While this Texas plant handles final assembly, testing and development of new Toyota models frequently takes place at the Ontario plant in Canada, where engineers refine performance, safety, and durability. The facility also features 3 separate production lines, supporting Toyota's ability to build multiple models efficiently while maintaining the highest quality standards. The 4th-generation 2021 model also marked a manufacturing shift to an all-hybrid powertrain across every trim, reflecting Toyota's push toward electrified production and design. This is the manufacturing process at the Georgetown, Indiana factory. Right now, body parts are being pressed for the Toyota Sienna. Robots from the renowned Japanese manufacturer Kawasaki handle much of the welding, working in perfect harmony with human employees. At this plant, people and machines operate side by side, increasing efficiency while maintaining the exacting quality Toyota is known for. Every component must arrive on the main assembly line at the right place and the right time, ensuring smooth, uninterrupted production. Even though the 4th-generation Sienna is hybrid only, Toyota has engineered it to maintain the same impressive 3,500-pound towing capacity as the previous generation, a rare feat for a minivan in today's market. Since opening in 1996, this Indiana plant has produced over 6 million vehicles, including models sold not just in the US, but also in Taiwan, Mexico, and China. Toyota has sold more than 2.2 million Sienna models since the minivan's debut in 1997, making it one of the brand's most popular family vehicles. The Sienna owes much of its appeal to interior versatility and comfort, especially in the rear seats, making it a favorite among families. Engineers even break down the entire production process into computer game-like visualizations, allowing for precise planning and efficiency. From the control center, every stage of the assembly line is monitored on computer screens to ensure operations run flawlessly. After the body is painted, each vehicle undergoes a thorough inspection, with sealant applied manually to guarantee durability and finish quality. Toyota continues to stand as the second-largest automaker in the United States, just behind General Motors, and this plant is a perfect example of why, combining advanced robotics, skilled employees, and meticulous attention to detail to create vehicles that are safe, reliable, and loved by drivers worldwide. Using advanced digital tools, engineers turn the entire production process into a game-like simulation, where every movement, robot, and part can be tracked in real time, almost like controlling the factory from a video game. Now, let's take a look at how the popular Toyota Highlander is built at a factory in Indiana. The Highlander is a mid-size crossover SUV with 3 rows of seating, produced by Toyota since 2000. The current 4th-generation model, known as the Kluger in some countries, is in production today. This generation offers more cargo space behind the 3rd row and now supports both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, giving drivers modern connectivity and convenience. Nearby in Missouri, thousands of cylinder heads are produced daily. Cylinder heads act like the lungs of an engine, controlling airflow in and out of the cylinders and precise fuel deployment. The plant uses recycled aluminum for these components, supporting efficiency and sustainability. The factory employs over 7,000 people, making it the largest employer in the Evansville area. Once the Highlanders are assembled, they are loaded onto trucks and shipped to dealerships across the United States, where each vehicle is washed and inspected before reaching customers. Toyota models built in Indiana, such as Highlander and Grand Highlander, generally have a higher share of North America-sourced parts, which reduces their exposure to the 25% tariff compared to vehicles built overseas. For example, the Indiana-assembled Grand Highlander's parts content is largely US-based, lowering the tariff impact. Vehicles imported into the US from outside North America, such as some RAV4 variants built in Canada or models built in Japan, are more exposed to tariffs, potentially translating into higher retail prices if manufacturers pass on costs. More than 1,000 employees produce over 2 million cylinder heads each year within a 550,000 square foot facility. Key operations include low-pressure casting, core making, and die making. Once complete, the cylinder heads are stocked in the warehouse, ready for assembly into engines across Toyota's North American plants. This is the production process of the Toyota RAV4 in North America, at plants in the United States and Canada. Last year, Toyota sold 430,000 RAV4 vehicles in the US alone, making it the best-selling non-full-size pickup vehicle in the country. On this line, workers spend much of their day assembling the chassis of each RAV4, which is lifted to a convenient height. To reduce strain, they wear special shoulder relief harnesses that make the work safer and more comfortable. This factory has been upgraded to Toyota New Global Architecture for RAV4 production, introducing a higher degree of automation and the latest manufacturing technologies. The nearby Ontario plant also produces engines and transmissions for Toyota vehicles, supporting production across North America. The RAV4 is Toyota's best-selling SUV, and the same high-quality standards applied by North Team members to the Corolla are now applied to every RAV4. Last year alone, this production line turned out over 330,000 RAV4, around 1,000 vehicles every working day. As you can see, producing engines still requires hundreds of skilled employees, as it's a highly specialized task that robots cannot replace. Once engines are completed, they're transported to the central parts warehouse, and from there, delivered to the main assembly line. On the RAV4 main assembly line, logistics are critical. All components are prepared in specialized areas and delivered just in time to the assembly stations, ensuring a smooth, efficient workflow and keeping production on schedule. For example, the sewing workshop handles the entire preparation of the car's upholstery, ensuring that every leather panel and embroidered detail meets Toyota's high standards. The workers in this area are responsible for the quality and craftsmanship of every interior component. The RAV4 Hybrid is now available alongside the standard gasoline model. It comes standard with all-wheel drive, and its hybrid system uses a 1.6 kilowatt-hour nickel metal hydride battery pack for efficient performance. Recent updates to the RAV4 include LED projector headlights, new alloy wheels available in silver or black, and USB-C charging ports. The European market also receives the new Adventure variant, already offered in Japan, the United States, and Australia. During assembly, the doors are removed at the start of the line and reinstalled at the end, once the interior is fully finished. For North America, the RAV4 is built in 2 Ontario plants in Woodstock, while the RAV4 Hybrid rolls off the line in Georgetown, Kentucky. At the heart of production is the joining of the finished chassis to the car body, where precision and teamwork come together to form the backbone of every RAV4. Toyota uses a just-in-time system, which delivers parts to the vehicle exactly as it moves down the production line. This method prevents overproduction and eliminates the need to store extra parts for unknown vehicles, keeping operations lean and efficient. During quality control, inspectors carefully check every part of the vehicle to ensure it meets Toyota's exacting standards. This blue RAV4, however, was built at a factory in Russia near St. Petersburg, showing how the model is produced worldwide. The TRD off-road trim has been added to the lineup, bringing the total number of trim levels to 10, so there's a RAV4 for nearly every driver. Before leaving the factory, each vehicle is driven on a test track, ensuring it performs flawlessly before being loaded onto a train and sent to its future owners. The Toyota RAV4 isn't just popular, it's a market heavyweight. Selling nearly 500,000 units a year in the United States, it regularly outpaces competitors like the Nissan Rogue, Ford Escape, and Hyundai Tucson, while battling the Honda CR-V at the top of the compact SUV segment. In recent years, it's even climbed to become America's best-selling vehicle overall, proof of just how dominant this crossover has become. Toyota manufacturing plant in Tennessee builds engine blocks for cars, SUVs, and trucks assembled in North America. The plant's more than 450-member workforce is responsible for bringing vehicles to life by using aluminum to create thousands of engine blocks and transmission cases and housings every day. Toyota Tennessee produces nearly 2 million engine blocks and more than 1 million transmission cases and housings per year. This plant in Jackson, Tennessee, is one of Toyota's smaller manufacturing facilities. Only about 500 employees work here. Factory employees are trained on how to assemble all engine components, first on a computer. This facility is Toyota's only North American plant that builds engines, transmissions, and hybrid transaxles together under one roof. It's also the only plant in the region producing hybrid transaxles, a key component for electrified vehicles. This is Toyota Motor Manufacturing, West Virginia. It is Toyota's only combined engine and transmission plant in North America. A transmission rolls off the line roughly every 25 seconds. 4-cylinder engines are produced about every 30 seconds. Additionally, it is the only Toyota manufacturing plant in North America to produce hybrid transaxles. The $2 billion facility employs approximately 2,200 team members under a nearly 2 million square foot facility. The plant has invested more than $10 million in various local philanthropic and educational initiatives over the past 2 decades. This factory was established in 1996 Since then, it has produced over 1.2 million units. The percentage of women in this factory is steadily increasing, so if you are interested, be sure to apply for a job here. The working environment here is relatively pleasant, and in my opinion, it is better to move around in a factory than to sit in front of a computer screen all your life. It employs more than 2,000 team members and produces more than 3,000 engines per day. Toyota Motor Manufacturing, Alabama is the only plant to build four-cylinder, V6, and twin-turbo under one roof. The Huntsville facility builds about 1/3 of all Toyota engines used in North America, meaning a huge share of vehicles rely on powertrains made there. Roughly 1 in 3 Toyota vehicles on the road in the region carries an engine from this plant. The plant produces over 3,000 engines per day and nearly 900,000 engines annually. In 2025 alone, about 895,000 engines were assembled. This is Toyota Auto Body California in Long Beach, Toyota's first manufacturing plant in North America, a hub where precision, innovation, and quality come together. Today, with the help of more than 350 employees, this factory is a primary supplier of parts for Tacoma trucks and past model service parts. Long Beach plant is a key supplier for Tacoma trucks, producing a wide range of components including stamped parts, steering columns, catalytic converters, sheet metal and aluminum components, as well as welded subassemblies. Beyond manufacturing, the plant also assembles stamped parts and welded subassemblies, ensuring every component meets Toyota's world-class quality standards. Once completed, parts are carefully packaged and shipped to Toyota factories across the United States. An impressive 95% of these shipments move by rail, making this plant one of the most rail-connected automotive plants in North America. Its strategic location in Long Beach ensures efficient nationwide distribution, with thousands of parts leaving the plant every week to keep Toyota vehicles on the road. Above this employee, you see C41. That's the number of parts produced during this shift. The plant uses low volatile organic compound lubrication oils in its stamping processes, reducing environmental impact while keeping operations precise. Work here is a seamless partnership between humans and machines. Year after year, robots are taking on more tasks. Today, they handle a growing percentage of stamping and welding operations, boosting efficiency and consistency across the line. Despite advances in automation, its core strengths in stamping, welding, and painting remain rock solid. Once the parts are made, employees carefully package, label, and prepare them for shipment, every step performed with precision. Each team member has a specific, highly trained role, ensuring maximum efficiency. High performance is rewarded with salary bonuses, while lower productivity may affect compensation. Safety is paramount. Every employee wears an orange safety helmet and glasses, though thanks to strong unions, they can choose their own comfortable clothing while on the line. In 1995, Toyota Auto Body California began mass-producing the Tacoma, a pickup truck designed specifically for the North American market. Since then, TABC has built hundreds of thousands of Tacomas, making it a cornerstone of Toyota's U.S. production. The Tacoma has become a favorite for drivers thanks to its efficient fuel economy, low depreciation, and affordable ownership costs. The current fourth-generation Tacoma, in production since last year, is offered in both gasoline and gasoline hybrid versions, combining rugged performance with modern efficiency. It's all about the Tacoma-ness: high lift, big tires, a slim body, and a powerful, athletic stance. Behind the scenes, that look starts with laser-welded, high-strength steel frames for maximum rigidity and lightweight aluminum body components, balancing durability and efficiency. No matter the model, every Toyota begins the same way. Steel plates are pressed into precise shapes, then welded together by robots to form the car's body. This combination of human skill and robotic precision ensures that every Tacoma rolling off the line meets Toyota's exacting standards. Next, the car's body undergoes anti-corrosive treatment, followed by a precise paint application that gives every Tacoma its signature finish. Inside the factory, sliding tracks and cranes move the vehicle seamlessly from one station to the next. After painting, the body enters the assembly hall, where each part of the car, interior panels, seats, electronics, and more, is carefully installed. Every employee works on a strictly timed schedule, adding their assigned component with precision to keep production flowing smoothly. The final stage is quality control in the LED inspection tunnels, where the vehicle is examined under bright, consistent lighting. Inspectors check the paint, fit, and finish, plus a dozen other critical points, against a rigorous checklist to ensure every Tacoma meets Toyota's world-class standards. But now we'll move from Toyota's US factory to the Descherd powertrain assembly, where V8 Titan engines for Nissan vehicles are produced. The plant occupies hundreds of acres, with over 1.1 million square feet of covered production space, making it one of the company's largest manufacturing complexes. It provides the engine and powertrain backbone for many US-built Nissan and Infiniti vehicles, supplying 4, 6, and 8-cylinder engines, as well as electric motors for select models. Since 1913, and Henry Ford's concept of automobile production, not much has changed. The core idea of the assembly line is division of labor. Instead of one worker building an entire product from start to finish, the work is broken down into small, repetitive tasks, with each worker or machine responsible for a single step. Parts move sequentially along a conveyor system, allowing products to be assembled faster and more efficiently. The facility is capable of producing up to 950,000 engines each year, along with 1.1 million crankshaft forgings, while managing critical processes such as casting, forging, machining, assembly, and testing of engine blocks, crankshafts, and other components. Descherd remains the sole US-based engine production site for Nissan, with every US-built Nissan vehicle using a gasoline engine relying heavily on this plant. By combining casting, forging, machining, assembly, and testing under one roof, Descherd reduces logistics complexity and enhances quality control. Unlike many engine factories, Descherd performs comprehensive hot fire testing, where engines are filled with fluids, connected to stationary dynamometers, and run under load to verify compression, timing, noise, vibration, and emissions. The Kokomo engine plant was created by repurposing what had been an idled transmission facility to produce the 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine. This engine is part of Stellantis's global medium engine family and powers vehicles such as the Jeep Wrangler and Jeep Cherokee, bringing US-based production for this unit that had previously been built abroad. While this isn't the engine plant itself, the Kokomo casting plant nearby has a long history and is globally notable for manufacturing aluminum castings for engines and transmissions. Kokomo is home to multiple Stellantis powertrain facilities, including transmission plants, a casting plant, and the engine plant itself. Together, these sites produce a wide range of components like transmissions, engine blocks, and cast aluminum parts for both engines and driveline systems. It is one of the largest die casting facilities in the world, and the only plant in Stellantis' global footprint that casts components for both engines and transmissions. The Kokomo powertrain complex is not static. It continues to evolve with investments in new engine production, electrified drivetrain components, and manufacturing technologies to meet changing automotive market demands. The process often begins in the nearby Kokomo casting plant, which produces aluminum and other metal castings for engines and transmissions. Engine blocks, cylinder heads, and other key components are cast using high-pressure die casting and precision molds. After machining, parts are cleaned, inspected, and moved to sub-assembly areas. Engine subassemblies may include cylinder heads, camshafts, valve train components, and oil pumps. At the Kokomo engine plant, all subassemblies are brought together for final engine or transmission assembly. Workers and automated systems install pistons, crankshafts, cylinder heads, valve trains, and ancillary components. After assembly, every engine or transmission undergoes rigorous testing. For engines, this includes hot fire testing, where the engine is filled with fluids mounted on a dynamometer and run under load to verify compression, torque, timing, and vibration. For modern powertrains, this can include turbochargers, variable valve timing systems, and even electric motor components for hybrid or electrified units. Transmission units are similarly tested for smooth shifting, gear engagement, and durability. These tests ensure each unit meets Stellantis' performance and reliability standards. Once a powertrain passes quality control, it is packaged and shipped to vehicle assembly plants, such as Jefferson North Assembly, Toledo, or other U.S. Stellantis assembly locations. Kokomo's integration of casting, machining, assembly, and testing within a local complex reduces transportation time and ensures rapid delivery. This network includes the Kokomo engine plant, Kokomo transmission plant, Kokomo casting plant, and related machining and assembly operations. The Kokomo powertrain operations aren't just one building. They're a set of interconnected facilities that together form one of Stellantis' most important engine, transmission, and powertrain manufacturing hubs in the U.S. The Kokomo transmission plant has a long history of output and has produced millions of transmissions over its lifetime. For example, the plant produced its 1 millionth 8-speed automatic transmission for vehicles like the Jeep Grand Cherokee, Dodge Charger, and Ram 1500. It has been operating for decades and remains the only casting facility in Stellantis' global footprint that supplies parts for both engines and transmissions. According to local economic data, Stellantis operates 5 powertrain facilities there, including the engine plant, casting plant, and several transmission plants. And together, these facilities employ around 6,600 people. Earlier, Stellantis statements also noted that the company has more than 7,000 employees in Indiana across its operations, including Kokomo and nearby locations. With many of those jobs in casting, machining, and assembly roles directly tied to powertrain production. This is how the 5th-generation 2019 Toyota Avalon is built at the Georgetown, Kentucky plant. Production for this generation began in 2018 for the 2019 model year. While some international market vehicles were later assembled in China, the North American models were produced at this factory. The plant in Georgetown, Kentucky, has been producing the Toyota Avalon for over 2 decades and is one of Toyota's largest manufacturing facilities outside Japan. In 2019, more than 91,000 Toyota Avalon vehicles were produced worldwide. The 2022 model year marked the final U.S. production year of the Toyota Avalon. In 2022, around 12,000 vehicles were built in the United States, compared to more than 118,000 produced in China. Overall production was relatively low compared with other Toyota models, such as the Toyota Camry, reflecting declining demand for large sedans as buyers increasingly shifted toward SUVs and crossovers. The Toyota Avalon line was discontinued in the United States after the 2022 model year and was effectively replaced by the Toyota Crown. Afterward, the plant in Georgetown, Kentucky, operated by Toyota Motor Manufacturing Kentucky, shifted its production capacity to other models. Many owners describe Avalons as dependable, lasting for 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. Reports from owner forums note occasional issues on older Toyota Avalon models, including transmission shifting problems, sunshade motor failures, and minor electrical glitches. However, these issues are relatively uncommon compared with the overall high level of owner satisfaction. This is the assembly of the Chevrolet Corvette 6.2-liter true V8 LS9 engine. When it debuted in the 2009 Corvette ZR1, the LS9 produced an astounding 638 horsepower, making it the most powerful production engine GM had ever created. With only around 4,600 Corvette built from 2009 to 2013, featuring the LS9, it has become a highly sought-after collector's item. Every LS9 engine was hand-built at GM's Performance Build Center, originally in Wixom, Michigan, and later in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Each engine was assembled start to finish by a single technician, which is why many units bear a plaque with the builder's signature. A personal touch that highlights true craftsmanship. Unlike most LS engines, the LS9 employs a dry sump lubrication system, typically reserved for race cars. This ensures consistent oil flow even during aggressive high-speed cornering on a track. A hydraulic roller camshaft is installed and tuned for both performance and smooth street drivability. Timing components, including the chain, tensioner, and gears, are precisely fitted to ensure exact engine timing. Once the core is ready, the assembler attaches a personalized nameplate. Wixom Performance Build Center, assembled with pride by Mike Priest. The build begins with a lightweight aluminum engine block, carefully cleaned, meticulously inspected, and precisely machined. To enhance strength and durability, the block incorporates cast-in iron cylinder liners and 6-bolt main bearing caps, engineered to withstand high boost pressures from the supercharger. Finally, the Eaton TVSR 2300 supercharger is mounted atop the engine, featuring a liquid-to-air intercooler integrated into the intake manifold. Extra care is taken to align the drive system and seals to handle the engine's high boost pressures.